Welcome back to another Arena Powered Cube video. I am so excited for this to be back. I didn't even realize it was back yet until a friend just texted me. Also, hopefully my mic quality is much better. I spent 3 hours before I went to work trying to figure it out. So I apologize for the last video in its audio quality, but hopefully it's fixed. If it's not, please let me know, and I will continue hammering my head at the situation. So, I think this is our first Pack 1 Pick 1 Tolarian Academy. I don't recall Pack 1 Pick 1ing it before. Also, the only other thing I'm really interested in Pack 1 Pick 1ing here is Animate Dead. So, I don't mind passing almost anything. Maybe the Kappa comes back. Maybe the Bolus of Citadel comes back. Either way, I kind of consider Tolarian Academy to be pseudo power. So I'm very excited for that. And yeah, I'm just gonna take that and move on. I'm super excited to finally be. Ooh, Demonic. Oh man, there's a lot in this. Demonic Tutor is always a nice one to have a second copy of Tolarian Academy. Mox Opal does have a decent chance of wheeling, but Mox Opal is exactly what you want to be doing in a Tolarian Academy deck. I don't think I can pass it. Notably, Atraxa is also a really fun card, but I'm not going to take it here. Maybe we get back the Thundertrap Trainer or the Australian astrology. Yeah. Anyways, the Australian. I don't know why I said that. The Astro Planisphere is what I'm going to abbreviate that to. I apologize for butchering that. And as good as it would be to have a second Tolarian Academy, I think Mox Opal is the correct pick here. Okay, now we have a Lorraine revealed. We have an Aether Spell Bomb. We have a Wasteland. I think I'm supposed to just take the Aether Spell Bomb. I like Lorraine revealed, but it doesn't search up Tolarian Academy. Tolarian Academy, in fact, not an island. Maybe we get Trinket Mage on the wheel. That would be nice. But yeah, I'm going to take the Aether Spell Bomb, and hopefully we can just not pass very many... not pass very many artifacts, specifically blue ones. I mean, I wouldn't want to pass Legion Extruder either, but I'm not going to pass Mystical Tutor at this point. Tinker is very live, as far as we know. And, Time Spiral, things like that. So, I'm also still not really passing much up for it. So this is a very nice Mystical Tutor. Maybe we play red and maybe Legion Extruder comes back. Okay, this pack is kind of medium for us. I could take Memory Jar. I probably will take Memory Jar for the fun factor. I just don't think it would be nice to be mono. And if we're mono, then I don't necessarily need to focus on fetches. Obviously, if we end up like with a balance or some really strong red incentives, then I might regret if we see like a Volcanic Island or a Tundra not taking the Misty. But talismans are a dime a dozen, almost literally. There's 10 of them. So I don't value these very highly in the cubes. So yeah, I'm just going to take the Memory Jar. I think it's the most fun option, even though I'm not necessarily excited about that pick. Now we have a Counter Spell as an option. I think I'd rather take the Preordain. I've just kind of learned that you want to be proactive in these cubes if you want to expect a higher win rate. And Counterspell is a very strong card, don't get me wrong, but I want to be able, I already passed Demonic Tutor, that's not coming back around, and I want to be able to find my Tolarian Academy. Plus, if we end up with a Tinker or some other type of like I win the game button, I'm going to really be happy that we took a Preordain. That's a Time Warp. Yeah, I like Time Walk effects in my Tolarian Academy deck. Pentad Prism would normally be a slam dunk here. However, we're not two colors yet, and off-color talismans can help us get to the Pentad Prism double Sunburst, but I think I'm just going to take the Time Warp and be happy. Daze is another nice consideration, but I'm not passing a Time Walk effect in our wheel Tolarian Academy style deck. Okay. This Dimir Talisman is a very nice pickup. We're going to take that. Okay, Kappa Cannoneer did come back. There is Bolas's Citadel as well to consider. I definitely think it's between those two. It's a good sign that these both wield. It means that there's probably not a Tinker opened. We did get the Talisman of Dominance, but I think Kappa Cannoneer would lead to more wins. I hate that these are in the same pack. I'll take the Kappa. I've taken the Bolas's Citadel a lot in the past. Oh, Thundertrap Trainer did come back around. So did the Planisphere. So these are very good signals. I wouldn't mind the Talisman of Creativity either, but I'm going to take the Thundertrap. It's a nice way to find artifacts for Tolarian Academy, and if we already have that kind of going on, then we can offspring it, and that'll be a lot better. Let's see. So it's good on both ends of the Tolarian Academy spectrum. Let's take the Trinket Mage. Okay, the Legion Extruder did come back. Sure, we'll take... you know what? I guess there's not a real reason to take Eagles, like, unless we had Tundra Balance or something. I'll take the Nia, but I'm probably not going to play Nia. And I'll take the Dual Land... Take the Witherbloom. All right, Power. Ooh, Time Walk. Actual Time Walk. Nice. Okay, and seeing this Underground Sea makes me a little bit happier that I passed on a Bolas's Citadel. Because this Underground Sea I don't expect to come back, so our black fixing is going to be much weaker. But yeah, that's a Time Walk, and we are going to take it. Maybe we get this Talisman of Progress back. I don't think there's really anything else I necessarily care about in this pack, so... If it comes back, I'll probably just take the Talisman. Okay, well, there's an End Stone. That can be very strong. There's also a Fabled Passage if we are going to try to splash. Those other artifact big cards did come around, and End Stone isn't the end-all, be-all. So I think I am supposed to prioritize this Fabled Passage. I think I like that a little bit better. I'm going to have a ton of playables, I feel, based on what was wheeling in the first pack. And if Endstone wheels, cool. If it doesn't wheel, cool. If it does, then yeah, we'll probably take it. But I'm going to take the Fabled Passage here. Okay, well, that's not the greatest. If this wasn't double red, I would consider the Carnage Interpreter. Making 4 clues to go with Academy is very strong. Maybe we just take Stern Scolding as it sits. It is a way to kind of slow down our opponent. Assuming that we have it in our hand, of course. And I just really don't see anything else in here I'd even remotely consider. Blood Crypt if we had like Demonic Tutor. But we took Mox Opal over it, so... Yeah, let's just take Stern Scolding, I suppose. That was not a great pack for us. Lion's Eye Diamond, okay. Notably, there's also Steam Vents and Scalding Tarn. There's also Lutri. Are we supposed to take Lutri over Lion's Eye Diamond? We don't currently have a way to abuse the Lion's Eye Diamond. It is currently just a 0. But we have a way to tutor it with Trinket Mage. We could also crack it to Memory Jar, which I wouldn't consider abuse, but it is still a decent combination. I mean, Lutri Time Walk just seems so strong. So yeah, I want to take the Lutri here. Yeah, let's take the Lutri. Okay, this is not a strong pack for us either, so I'm just going to take, in my opinion, the easy Spire Bluff Canal. This really makes the Legion Extruder playable for... Oh, wow. So Dak Faden is a nice one. Galvanic Blast is also kind of nice for this, but I mean, Retrofitter Foundry is exactly what we want to be doing with Tolarian Academy. So yeah, that definitely made up for our poor last couple of packs. Okay, Steam Vents is gone. We don't know if Volcanic Island is gone, so this Polluted Delta might be the pick here. I could also see taking Expressive Iteration, but I would like to limit my red cards if I can. I just don't think my mana base is strong enough. And this Polluted Delta, I think, is okay to take. I could take the Multiversal Passage, but I'm going to take the Delta. Maybe the Steam Vents wheels, but I doubt it. Oh, okay. Nexus of Becoming's not the worst either. There's nothing else in this pack I necessarily care about. Like, Fraction Identity would be very strong. I could consider that. I don't have any white fixing currently outside of Fable. I'm just going to take the artifact. At worst, this lets us draw cards, and maybe it turns talismans into 3/3s to win the game. Okay, the Instone, I believe, was in this pack, and it didn't wheel. Maybe the Instone was in pack 2. No, no. It was in pack 2, not 1. Sorry. I don't like any of this. I guess I'll take the Colligan's Command. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was in this pack. As it sits, I'm just going to take Fiery Islet. I mean, there's Blood Crypt if we want to try to expect to play, but I'm just going to take the Carnage Interpreter. I don't think I'm going to play it, though. Oh, Steam Vents wheeled. But so is the Lions. The Lions have diamonds in here, too. I mean, that's a great sign for us, but I'm going to have to take the Disciplined, Steam Vents pick. We don't have a payoff for the LED yet, so it's irresponsible for me to take the LED in that position. I'll take Magda. That makes artifacts. And sure, I'll take a Verge. We might end up being Grixis after all, which, oh, a Braid on the final pick, too, is nice because the Culligan's Command is a non-zero. Okay, so we don't have power here. I mean, we have, like, almost strictly worst power in Days Undoing. Poor iteration of a Time Twister. But, so what does Ancient Tomb look like for us? Not great. Yeah, I don't think Ancient Tomb is the appropriate pick. I could take Snapcaster Mage. That goes with our Time Walk as well. And we do have Time Warp. I could take Star. I think specifically Time Walk, which we have Mystical Tutor to get. I think we're supposed to take the Snapcaster Mage. Okay, ooh, there's a Caracas. That's always nice. There's also a Displacer Kitten. Watery Grave doesn't do much for us. It's a black source to cast Carnage. And if we want the Culligan's Command and just go full on Grixis, but I don't think that's necessary. Could take Third Path. Third Path is kind of nice. It's funny. We passed Dak Faden, Wish Clawing, and then Dak Faden it back is kind of funny. I think I'm just leaning towards Caracas. Nothing else in this pack is like super compelling outside of the Third Path. And I think Third Path has a very good chance of wheeling. I'd rather just take Caracas. Oh, wow. I really wish we saw this Mishra's Workshop earlier. But as it sits, I'm going to take Bauble. Maybe the Pyrite Spellbomb comes back. I wouldn't mind picking up one of these 2 counter spells, but I don't know if those would wheel. But yeah, we'll take Bauble. Remember, we have Mox Opal, and it's another 0 for our Tolarian Academy. Oh, man. Oko? That's nice. I guess I'm going to take Nettle Cyst here. Ooh, Frantic Search to go with our Tolarian Academy. It also helps us find Time Walk for Snapcaster Mage, etc. I think I like that better than Phyrexian Metamorph. Probe, Greaves. Oh, Prismatic Vista. There's also a Consult the Star Charts. But if I want to be able to play these red cards kind of freely, then I think I need to take it. There's also Arid Mesa. Is that supposed to be? I have 14 seconds. Arid Mesa does get the Steam Vents still. But I think I'm okay with just taking Prismatic, honestly. I don't think Consult will wheel, but I mean, there's a non-zero chance. Wow, I guess we would have ended up with plenty of black sources had I taken the Bolus's Citadel. Yeah, I'm just going to take the Chrome House Seed Shark. No reason to be extra greedy. Well, there's the Verge. which is actually kind of nice because it's always red, sometimes blue. There's also just Pinnacle, though. And I do have a couple zeros. I'm just going to take the land. I think I'm going to have enough enough playables. Oh, Chromatic Star wheeling is actually really nice. Suplex isn't bad either, but I'm going to take the star. Huh, Displacer Kitten wheeled. I wish I had a way to abuse it, but I don't. So I'll take the third path. Wow, this is such a crime. I really wish I could abuse this workshop, but I just really can't. I only have 4 cards that cast off of it. Yeah, I'll take the Spell Bomb. I guess I'll take the red-black Fixer, but I don't think I'm going to play it. Chandra's a non-zero. I like Chandra. Oh, Ghostfire Slice. If this was best of 3, I actually would be excited about this pick, but it's not, so I'm probably just not going to play it. It would have been really, really nice to be able to play that workshop, though, but I'll see you in the deck building. The NYSE is returning for its 10th installment. This event will be held June 6th at the Knights of Columbus in Patchogue, New York. Top 8 prizes include all 5 Moxen, Time Walk, Ancestral Recall, and even a Black Lotus. Proxies are allowed for this event. Please use the link in the description for more information on proxies and other questions you may have. Now let's get back to the video. Alright, so this is what I ended up with. I ended up trimming down on the removal. Again, I want to be proactive, and so if I'm not, obviously if I don't have the choice, like if I just have like Island, Stern Scolding go, then it's a no-brainer, you know, I get to cast it. But like if I have the choice of like going Preordain or holding up Stern Scolding like in the mid game or something, it's just really awkward. Also after the first couple turns, you know, Stern Scolding just kind of falls off. It can still be good depending, but like if they have like a turn 4 Frog or something, like that's still a good Stern Scolding target. But I think like a card like Preordain as an example just gets better the longer the game goes, where Stern Scolding gets worse. And I don't want to be spending my time like abrading and stuff. I still have a couple removal spells in the form of Pyrite, Legion Extruder. I am going to play the Chandra. I think I have enough red sources to play the Chandra. So that's nice. But yeah, I'm just, I'm going to end up, oh, and the Carnage Interpreter. But yeah, my goal is to just kind of create some big threat, whether it's Nettle Cyst or Third Path or Chromhost Seed Shark, making a wide board, and then just Time Walk a couple times. That's what this deck's trying to do. I'm not trying to remove a Mother of Runes or an Ocelot Pride or, you know, anything like that. So that's kind of what I settled on. Obviously, I'm going to play the Caracas. I took out the Magda. Not that Caracas, you know, goes with Magda necessarily anyways. I thought about playing Nia. I don't think I need to. I kind of like everything else in this deck and what this deck is doing currently, but I do recognize that Caracas Nia is a combination, plus the Caracas itself can flip it. But yeah, I think this is what I'm going to go with. I'm kind of excited. I could see Nia swapping for Memory Jar, but I want to play Memory Jar, see how it's like. I don't get to play with this card a whole lot. It is in my personal cube on Arena because you can craft this now. Also, side note, I think it's kind of funny. I just realized too, I have from the TVL, the hat that I'm wearing, I have this stained glass Memory Jar art on my desk as well. So yeah, this is going to be our mascot for today. In fact, move over to Larian Academy. You are Memory Jar now. And if it doesn't do well, that's fine. I think the fun factor is the most important thing. And Memory Jar, I think, will be more fun than the Nia. So that's enough with that. I will see you in round 1. Welcome to round 1. Oh man, this is not a great hand. This hand is just unkeepable, so mulligan. Yeah, this seems fine. I'm going to just put back an island. Opponent still deciding if they want to mulligan. I will keep 6. I will put back an island. This probably needs to get Mountain for Carnage Interpreter specifically. I doubt I'll need triple blue. And I'm just going to lead with Spire Bluff, Aether, Spellbomb once they decide to pass some priority. There we go. Turn 2, I would probably crack the Prismatic Vista for red and then Preordain, because I don't want to fetch after Preordain. If I bottom cards, I more than likely don't want to see them again. So oh no. Well, no Preordain. Wow, that was ugly. Yeah, let's just play the Prismatic Vista. Now I probably won't fetch because drawing a land's not the end of the world. I could see the argument either way. Like, you want to draw a spell, you don't want to draw a land, but I don't really know what we want, and I'm not going to crack this Aether Spellbomb to draw a card here, so... Okay. Now I will crack and just put Lutri in hand. Get Mountain like we talked about, put Lutri in hand. If it gets Thought Seized, it gets Thought Seized. But doing nothing with my mana just seems wrong. Hopefully they don't go like, way to put Fatty in the yard, reanimate. Okay. We are slowing down a little bit. That's good. Okay, now I think I'm interested in cracking the Spell Bomb. The reason why I didn't want to before is that we didn't really have a game plan, and Tolarian Academy as a land to tap for mana is valuable to me. Now, of course, if we crack it and draw Tolarian Academy, we're in the same predicament, but had I drawn it before this moment, then I would have been very happy I didn't crack the Spell Bomb. Yep. I would love for my next 2 cards to be like Time Walk, land. Not Academy specifically, I guess. Okay. Let's just draw a card. If they have Hull Breacher here, they have Hull Breacher. Okay, they did not. Kappa was a very bad draw. Snapcaster Mage, I think I'm just going to Preordain. I mean, we have the Lutri in hand already for Time Walk, so... If this gets countered, I don't really care, honestly. I'd rather that get countered than, say, my Time Warp into Nexus of Becoming. Yep. And if they counter the Preordain, again, that's fine. Sure. Yeah. Much rather have that than the Memory Jar, which, keep in mind, they don't know about. They only know about the Time Warp and the Lutri. It also means that if we, draw a land Time Walk, they're not Tidebind during the Lutri, which is nice. Yeah, I'll just trade. They could have Necromancy as an instant way to Shauna's. Yeah, let's Memory Jar. I think I'd rather this get countered than the Time Warp. Kind of clears the way for the Nexus of Becoming, which I care about a little bit more. Miscalc, yeah, that's fine. I just don't think the Time Warp does anything right now. It's like my biggest issue. Okay, let's Nettle Cyst. That will allow us to cap a Cannoneer the following turn. And hopefully if they do play a creature, we just get to Caracas it. Okay, they didn't do anything with their mana that turn. They have 25 cards to our 26. Notably, another good thing about Memory Jar being countered is that it means that their Shelldock Isle is like just not going to get activated hardly. Okay. Again, I think I'd rather the Kappa get countered. Than the Nexus. Plus, this makes the, and I want to do this pre-combat because I want to grow the Germ. But, plus, oh, wow. Well, maybe I did want to play the Nexus of Becoming then. Unless they have, like, Swords to Plowshares, I guess, here. Swords to Plowshares would be a reason to let this resolve. Since they had 5 mana to pay the ward 1 plus 4. Alright, well, we're 2 mana away from Lutri Time Warp. But honestly, there's a small chance I Time Warp next turn. Anyways, we still have actual Time Warp. Oh, Toxic Deluge. Okay, that's another reason to let it resolve. Just crack this now. So now we are 1 mana away. So yeah, let's just Nexus of Becoming. If they have another counterspell, then whatever. Ooh, nice. All right. Well, this I will gladly make a 3/3. I was gonna say there's not much I would have made a 3/3 there. I think. But yeah, now we get to attach the Nettle Cyst and force some action. It's funny, if they have removal, they can kill it now before I can draw a card. I don't know what our opponent's doing. They haven't done much. They might just be some type of control reactive style deck. If we draw a land, I am just going to go to combat and execute the Time Warp Lutri plan. I guess I have 2 shots at a land thanks to the Nexus. And opponent is on a decent clock. I mean, they're on a two-turn clock, but I don't think I want to equip the Nettle Cyst. Oh, Comet. Okay. Four, they get back a card, I think. Oh, no, they get to kill something. Well, that's kind of annoying. There goes our bauble that we talked about. All right, let's draw a land. I just want to double Time Walk and destroy this Comet. Oh, okay, well, that's too bad. We have one more chance to draw a land. Did not. Let's submit the Talisman. And then I'm just going to Time Warp. Luckily, they can't Spell Pierce this, and they can't Pirate Spell Bomb the Talisman, so they have to have actual like Lightning Bolt. And this will be able to kill the Comet if I want it to, depending on what we draw. Oh, Crumb Host. Let's just kill the Comet while we can. Because I think next turn, if they don't do anything, they're dead anyways. And if they do Wrath the board, then I'd rather the Comet be gone. And I'm going to keep Pluto Delta for the Frantic Search, obviously. All right, let's see what we get here. Yeah, we like that. We'll just hit them for 2 more than likely. At this point, I don't... Yeah, because I don't want to float the mana and flip something in case they have a board sweeper here. All right, that's perfect. I don't want to draw that. And then, yeah, we will just... Yeah, we'll just end the turn. I can make a 4/4 end of turn, and then that's kind of lethal with the Nettle Cyst. This is one example of what I was talking about. Again, I don't know what our opponent's trying to do, but we've seen nothing but reactive cards, and our opponent just hasn't done anything. Meanwhile, you know, we played a few must answers. I guess quite a bit, and then they did spend some time countering a Snapcaster Mage preordain interaction. So again, I'm glad that they did that, because since they weren't pressuring us, we didn't need the Snapcaster Mage preordain reaction or interaction to resolve. Oh, okay. Is this for Bolas' Citadel? Oh, that's fine. I wish this was legendary, but Time Walk here would be absurd. Hey Nick. Oh yeah, we're gonna full control that and win this game. I wish I had more mana. If I had 2 more mana, or no, if I had 1 more mana, I could Karakas the Lutri. Wouldn't that be cool? Because of the Talisman of Dominance. So maybe I should have done this post-combat, but just see if I hit the land and then just Karakas, bounce, do it again. But that was really cool, and I'll see you next round. I am proud to announce the 2026 Oklahoma Land Run Weekend, July 10th through the 12th. This event will be held at the Reed Convention Center in Midwest City, Oklahoma. Join me and my vintage family for a weekend of Magic the Gathering events featuring huge prizes and competitive play across multiple formats. Main events include a Vintage, a Legacy, and a Team Trios event, including Vintage, Legacy, and Modern. Don't have power? No worries. You can proxy any card currently on the reserve list. Side events so far include a High Roller Vintage Cube for Power Thursday evening, at least one old school charity event, a pre-modern challenge also Thursday evening hosted by GameHQ, Duel Commander, and even more to follow. Featured artists include Kai Sawatari. For more information, please use the links in the description to join the Oklahoma Land Run Discord. I'll see you there. Now let's get back to the video. All right, welcome to round 2. Oh, nice. Yeah, I like this a lot. And we're on the play, so we get to go third path into Mox Opal, into Nettle Cyst. Yeah, I like that a lot. Let's keep. Just lead with Island, say go. Plains, Pearl, uh-oh. Well, there's a chance that this gets Mana Tithe. If it gets reprieved, I don't care. Nice. I'm glad we have the Legion Extruder. Yep, now we get to target this. Ooh, okay. Well, we have the Chrome Host, so we don't really care about that. Do we want to get our 2/2 back, or do we just want to murder this? I think I'll just kill this. No attacks. And I can fetch to make the 1/1 a 3/3. And then block the Skyclave. Let's see if they attack. Okay. Oh, nope, they caught it. Yeah, they caught it. Nice. Okay. I would love to draw a Time Walk here. But I guess that statement's true for almost anything. I'm just upgrading a 1/1 into a 3/3 here, I think is the best course of action. Yeah, now we're going to Chrome Host and play Retro. This Generous Plunder is just going to absolutely wreck us. Excuse me. I don't want it to be able to attack. Yeah, because it has to attack in order to get its trigger. If they have a removal spell, that's too bad because they're going to hit us for 1,000,000. Yep. Well, I think we lose this one. Sans drawing Time Walk into a series of specific cards. Yeah, that was brutal. Yep, don't have anything there. This is going to hit us for 4. So we're just dead. Good game. Yeah, that generous plunder just absolutely wrecked us, and that's fine. That's going to happen. I'll see you next round. Almost forgot to hit record there. Welcome to round 3. This hand seems functional, so I'll keep it. We don't have, like, broken starts per se that aren't Tolarian Academy, and I don't think that this hand is worth mulliganing to find a Tolarian Academy. Like, our best start is, like, Tolarian Academy 0 and then, like, a 1-drop artifact on, like, best reasonable. I'm sure we have better starts than that if we got to pick our 7, but this hand functions. So, and we get the, if we can cast Pyrite, cast Chrome Host, and we're only a blue source and another source from Time Warping. And I don't want to play this Prismatic Vista yet, just simply for Strip Mine. Another Plains. Esper Sentinel, okay. Oh. That was a good draw. I'm glad I didn't fetch. Hey, Time Walk. I think I just want to cast Chrome Host. And if they don't answer the Chrome Host, like Time Walking post Chrome Hosts just is very strong. If this is Reprieve, that's fine. If it's Mana Tithe, okay, yeah. I was gonna say, if it's Mana Tithe, I will be kind of annoyed, but I need to get to 4 lands so I can Time Walk, Snapcaster, Time Walk. I was hoping that the Chrome Host Seed Shark will resolve, because then executing that line is just insane, and especially if we get to 5 lands for the Time Warp after that. Ooh, Flage. Okay, is that just gonna kill our 1/2? Okay, sure. Alright, and then they attack us for 1 more. And again, I don't want to crack this Spell Bomb. Okay, that was a really good draw, honestly. And I'm not going to crack it. I wouldn't mind drawing a 5th land. You know what? I might have supposed to have cracked it and then left up red to hit this Esper Sentinel. Uh-oh. Don't have Flame Slash. No, they're looking at it. They have Flame Slash. Oh, that's brutal. Yeah, and they know I have the Time Walk, so that's just, oh man. There's not many that gets rid of this Chrome Host Seed Shark here, but that's one of them. That's so brutal. Alright, third path wouldn't be the worst here. I'm just going to go to my turn. Okay. So I don't think I finished my thought, but if I would have fetched Island and left up red, then something I could have done is killed the Esper Sentinel end of turn. But as it sits, I'm just going to do this. And I am likely to Pirate Spellbomb the Esper Sentinel end of turn. Just so they're not drawing a bunch of cards. That's fine. I'm going to take a lot of turns. Giver of Runes is annoying. I really hope they just make more 1/1s. Okay. All right, I don't know if attacking with all those was good for them or not, but I guess we're about to see. So let's start things off with full control, time walk, pay, Lutri, pay, resolve. Get a couple of these in. Mishra's Bauble, check. Mountain, okay. Draw one, draw two. Oh, that's nice. Third path. Legion. Hit the Ocelot. They have to double block. That's fine. I do think I want non-creature, yeah. I do think... I guess it's more damage if I Snapcaster Time Walk. And then I get to upgrade something to a 3/3. Excuse me. I guess that's just a free block if they do it that way. So let's do it this way. Yep. Yep. Hmm. And I think I will attack with... Let's see, I can just Kappa. Sorry. Let's attack. And I am okay with trading third path for Giver at this point. Now they got rid of the other 1/1s. And then this Kappa is probably lethal next turn. I mean, I can play retro and then activate it. No, that's not good. Oh, no, don't have a 1-drop. Okay, cool. I will block if you attack me to 2. Actually, they should attack me for 2. I think I might have messed this game up. Please don't attack. If they attack me for 2, I'm dead to the Flage. Yeah, I'm dead to the Flage. Oh, that so feels bad. All right, and Time Walk doesn't get me out of it either. Yeah, playing the Kappa there, I think, lost me the game. Hmm. Yeah, the One Ring is just so punishing. And I already played my land like a dummy too. That's brutal. Without the One Ring, I think I still win. So maybe it wasn't a mistake to play the Kappa. I think it just ended up costing me more. But I guess if they had 2 spells, then I'm kind of dead. So I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, I guess I'll stop playing with my food and just go ahead and concede. Good game. I will see you next round. Welcome to round 4. Hopefully we can bounce back. I did think about it a little bit more, and I do think playing the Kappa there was just a clear mistake. If they were able to double spell, we're just dead anyways. Because they pumped their whole team. So yeah, playing the Kappa there kind of threw it for us. But if they didn't have the One Ring, then they still could have played the Flays, so we might have still lost anyways. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, anyways, getting back to this game, I am going to keep. And I'm just going to play this Polluted Delta. I don't want to show that we have Caracas yet. Plus, this can go get our Steam Vents, which is actually really nice. Well, if Mystical Tutor was a Spell Pierce, I'd be doing it. Okay, after some careful consideration, they decide to play Forest. Into Savannah. Into Forest. I'm not seeing a lot of blue, which means they may not have draw 7s, just how you really abuse the fast bond. Basically, if we can survive the first couple of turns, this fast bond impact is going to be much lessened. But like if they go like Questing Beast next turn, then yeah, that's kind of a problem. What do they have here? Okay, I was really confused. Hopefully they don't play Wasteland. Wasteland, like seeing this is a reason to not get Steam Vents, but I really need the extra lands. Develop my mana a little bit. I just don't value, like playing Talisman and playing Time Walk here is kind of the same. Oh, Endurance, that's fine. I wouldn't even mind if they put the Polluted Delta in my deck. Okay, yeah. I don't blame them for doing so. There's, you know, Dig Through Times, Treasure Cruises, etc. But I'm not unhappy that that happened either. Yeah, let's go to my turn. Oh, Star. Star is actually kind of nice. Let's just put Lutri in hand. If we draw a land or a 0-drop artifact, we can play Kappa. Badger Mole Cub, okay. We are going to have to start doing something. Oh, no, that's not good at all. I might be able to take one more hit. My other thought is to crack Star in hopes to draw a land. We have not seen Tolarian Academy yet. If we take another hit here, the downside to not chromatic starring, I'm just gonna do it. I don't want to spend all my time here wasting third path. Okay, well that gives us a plan, I suppose, because now we can third path into Time Walk. Or do I want to wait one more turn? I guess I can third path into Mystical Tutor for Frantic Search. Yeah, I think I like that plan better. Primeval Titan. Okay. Hopefully it's just like 2 more forests. This deck really wants an upheaval. Okay, they do have Strip Mine. And I think if they had Wasteland, they would have gotten it too. I think I just want to take it. All right. Please hit an untapped land, preferably an Academy. Oh my gosh, that's brutal. Should have thought about it a little bit more. If I time walk there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, no, I'm 1 short, I think. I could take another hit and just play Kappa. That's 7 on board, but then they hit my Caracas, so I would need like exactly Tolarian Academy. Let's just time walk. This is very painful. If our draw this turn is Tolarian Academy, I'll be kind of upset. I guess I wouldn't be because then I just time warp Lutri. Never mind. Man, not having an upheaval in this deck is a crime. What does this get us? Like Mox? Watch, we'll see our Tolarian Academy now. Okay, no, we didn't. All right, can I please... What was the oops? Can I please draw a Tolarian Academy? Okay, another land. Deal. Yeah, that's going to get 2 more lands out of their deck. That's probably a fair exchange for them. This is one of the reasons why I didn't crack my bauble yet. All right. Tolarian Academy? Nope, of course not. And we are 1 mana short of Snapcaster Mage Time Walk as well, which is another crime. Questing Beast is kind of bad for us here, but I mean, I'm running out of time to play around stuff. I think they should, I was going to say, I think they should block with the Swamp here. Yep. Okay, I think their last card's a land. Okay, that makes me very happy. What? Oh no, oh no, 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 no. Oh my god. I meant to make that blue. Wow. Yeah, I think we win if that time walk resolves. Well, let's see what they draw. Wow, did I? Oh no, I didn't because they would have went to 1. Okay. Yep. I don't blame our opponent at all, but if they were quote unquote sorry, they would have conceded. If they were really sorry, they would have conceded. But yeah, like I said, don't blame my opponent at all. Definitely make your opponent execute. I just, yeah, I can't believe I messed that talisman up. Yep. All right. Do you have it or not? Good game. All right. I'm glad I didn't punt my way out of that game. That was very embarrassing. I'll see you next round. Welcome to round 5. Yeah, I can get behind this. I really want to draw more lands, but if we can draw that, I think we drafted, I could be wrong. I think we drafted a Tolarian Academy. And if we did, then maybe we'll draw it and then we'll win the game. But if we didn't draft the Tolarian Academy, then maybe we won't win the game. All joking aside, it would be very nice. This is definitely a Tolarian Academy draw if I've ever seen one. And of course, we're just not going to get it. I can still do something if I don't crack the star, so okay, well, if this gets countered, then whatever. Sure. Okay. Well, this is both good and bad for us. Our opponent hasn't done much. However, they have a bunch of mana, or about to have a bunch of mana, and Virtue of Loyalty can and will be a problem. Okay. I like this. Oh, yeah. That's not a Prismatic Vista, Edward. All right, let's just murder this before it gets big and unmurderable. All right, Tolarian Academy off the top, anyone? Tolarian Academy off the top. Kappa might still get us there, honestly, because I can go Kappa with these artifacts and then Nettle Cyst. And then the following turn, I imagine that would be lethal. Gideon. Okay, that's not the worst. Opponent's still thinking. That's not good for us. I was really hoping that they would just play Gideon and say go. Okay, they had a land drop. And they're just doing that now so they don't forget. Seems perfectly acceptable. Yeah, because I don't mind getting rid of the memory jar, and then I can get rid of one of the 2 cards I draw. I already have a Chrome Host Seed Shark effect, basically. But I could also see getting rid of the Nettle Cyst instead. Okay, let's try that. I wish I had one more mana. Because I could Chrome House Seed Shark and then play Preordain, but I really want to get this Kappa down, and Preordain is free. Land Time Warp, eh? That might be enough. And I don't want to draw the Time Warp yet, in case they have some type of way to interact with it. There's two ways of looking at it, and I think I prefer it this way. Oh. There we go. We figured it out. Not that I was attacking anyways, I suppose. Alright, hopefully they just play the Virtual Loyalty and say go after it. I guess they wouldn't attack into my Kappa, but... Yeah, I might have... Nettle Cyst might have been the better card here, but I can trigger the Kappa regardless because the Retrofitter and the Legion. So... Okay. They can have a 2-mana answer to the Kappa Cannoneer and still pay for the ward, but that takes their entire turn. Okay. I guess I'm glad I have the Chrome Host. Damn was kind of brutal, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, Damn just completely ruined our plan. It only really cost us 2 cards, the Third Path and the Kappa, but excuse me, I kind of wish I kept the Nettle Cyst now. I went from, I keep going back and forth on that, but that's fine. I get to make a 1/1. End of turn, and then smack Gideon around. I would like to draw actual Time Walk. If they have a way to remove my Retrofitter, I'll just sack it to the Legion Extruder in response. Something this deck was definitely missing was like a Time Walk, or sorry, not Time Walk, a Time Twister effect, just to kind of help get this stuff back. So I have to do this now or forever hold my peace, so I'll just activate this now in case they activate the Retro, which I do think that they should. And something they could do too now is activate Gideon, attack, and play Virtual Loyalty and do a bunch of stuff. Oh, Time Warp. That's fine. Time Warp's not doing much right now. Flicker Wisp. That was a punish. Okay. Our opponent sequenced very well there. Yep. Take another 5, which is very unfortunate. Okay, Talisman of Dominance is a nice one. It's a very nice one. No attacks, go. We'd have to take another 5 from Gideon, but we can trade with the rest of their board here. Okay. So we get to keep the Chromo Seed Shark, to be clear. They made green, which is not good because, yeah, okay. They're going to emblem? No. Okay, are they attacking all out? Let's see how they attack. Other creatures? Oh no, I did not know that that was a thing. That's not good. So I think I just need to turn this into a 3/3 instead of a 2/2 and trade it with the Prairie. And trade that with the Flicker. And now they have a 3/3 Anointed Peacekeeper. That's not the end of the world. Yep. Okay. I mean, this gets Mox probably. Oh, I guess I can get Aether Spellbomb. I'm a mana short from Aether Spellbombing though, and doing the 1/1, so I think I just do need to get Mox here. So I can make a 1/1 and a 3/3. We kind of need our opponent to continue flooding to have a chance at this point. Okay. Man, I can't believe we're going to finish this draft without ever drawing Tolarian Academy. Like, not once in 5 rounds. Now, I know I punted a game. So we theoretically should have one more game after we lose this one at least, but still though, that's absolutely incredible. All right, Virtue, yep. They're just gonna start growing their things. Yep. Let's make them attack. Oh, if that's all they're doing, I can just chomp with the Trinket Mage. Actually, I think I'm supposed to just force them to have removal. And double block. Oh no, this has indestructible, doesn't it? Okay, yeah, I'm glad I caught that. We can attack back. Doesn't do it. Yeah, that dam was real good. I mean, yeah. Let's go to 3. Hitting the Gideon to 7 doesn't do much. Hey, the Tolarian Academy, just in time for not much. And then this is going to hit our retro. Yeah, that's brutal. All right, hitting Time Walk here would be absurd. The Carnage Interpreter wouldn't be bad either. No, that's definitely not the draw we wanted. Ugh. All right. Oh, okay. Yep, I see that. What's the other card? Yep. All right. Balance was I mean, they had it regardless of how I did that, but yep, that was brutal. Sorry for making you watch that. Tolarian Academy showed up right at the end. Yeah, too bad we didn't draw the turn we could have done the time warp, but either way, I'll see you next draft. All right, so let me start off by saying I absolutely loved this deck. I kind of fumbled through a couple losses there, unfortunately, and then just combined with a couple we got unluckies, but that's magic. There's variance. Something you just have to accept when you play a card game. But yeah, this deck was very fun. I hate that we squandered a Tolarian Academy Time Walk, Lutri, Snapcaster Mage deck, but you know, the turns that we got to do those things, or the games we got to do those things, were a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed watching, and hopefully we'll have another chance to pack one, pick one Tolarian Academy, and it'll actually show up. So yeah, you guys have a good night. Well, I suppose it's time to talk about another card on my office wall, and today I have another special one. I mean, they're all special, but this one's a little bit more to me. And that's not to take away from anyone else who's on my wall, but this person is just, they've done a lot for the community, and it's definitely one of my more favorite cards that I have on the wall. But without further ado, the next card I want to talk about is this Standstill. My friend Jared Lintz signed it for me. I know it's kind of hard to see, and I apologize for that, but he kind of personalized it a little bit as well. It's really cool. And again, I do really apologize for the camera not just not wanting to pick it up. But anyways, I'll kind of read it off to you. They did a blimp with a little banner on behind it, you know, saying to Edward, and it says, "Thanks for all the great times, signed Jared Lintz." And then at the bottom, if you could make it out, they drew a turtle and then just emphasizing the take your time. So Jared signed the Standstill for me a while back, obviously. But when I first got into Vintage and I was driving to Dallas to do Eternal Weekend trials at Madness Comics and Games, I believe. And anyways, they like to play Standstill a lot. And of course, like anytime you meet someone, you don't know them. And Jared was just very, very nice. Everyone was nice. But they were very quiet. And like I said, they like to play Standstill. I think the first half dozen times I played against or saw Jared playing, they were playing Standstill. And it was just really cool. And how they played was pretty methodical. One of the things I like to tease Jared about is he kind of reminds me of Droopy Dog, if anyone remembers that cartoon. He just always seems like his body, like the way he carries himself or whatever, always just seems kind of like droopy, I guess. And what I mean by that is like he could, you know, he could like recall himself, crack a Standstill, you know, whatever, and just draw a bunch of cards, just absolutely slaughter his opponent, you know, whatever, and just have an absolute epic turn that leads to a win, and then, you know, just kind of be like, good games, you know. And yeah, I always thought that was just really funny. So that's something I compared him to early on. But yeah, so Jared is also the person that hosts the Tulsa Vintage League that I'm always sporting in my videos. I absolutely love his tournaments. They're a lot of fun. And yeah, I really wanted to talk about this one. Jared, I doubt it, but if you're listening or watching, just know that I love you, man, and I can't wait to see you soon, and hopefully we can jam some more old school at the land run. And yeah, it was a pleasure meeting you. I'm glad we got to be friends over the years, and I look forward to seeing you again, man.